Hey friends, Tux here. For this particular video, we'll be talking about the Sony NW-ZX707. This is kind of the big brother to the NWA306 DAP, which I reviewed a lot and I continue to use very regularly. But this is a great player. I'd highly recommend it. But I just wanted to show you how it comes essentially. So I will have some other boxes with comparisons down the road. Also, I will have a link for this product right below in the description so you can get yours at the very best price, okay? But you can see it comes in kind of the normal Sony packaging. Feels very good quality, very solid, you know, nice picture of the unit right there. Nice little gold touches on it, accents. Looks great. Just talk about high-res audio. On the back here, it gives you some of the normal things. Now, this is a Japanese version, too, I should mention. And so it doesn't have any kind of like home, you know, World Health Organization limiters or anything on it, which is good. Although Sony has, through firmware, fixed a lot of those issues with the NWA306. So this is good and loud. I'd say this would rival my Astell&Kern Alpha as far as volume goes. So really cool stuff. Now, pulling this out of the box here, this has a good amount of weight to it. And you really notice, first off, just holding the back of it has definitely a cool, like, leathery feel to it. Definitely has the Walkman logo there, very shiny, ready to go. And I don't know if this is real leather or just some kind of rubber, but it definitely has a high quality feel. I'll have to look further into that one. The quartz out on it, I think someone told me it was leather, but it does feel a little bit grippy, kind of like some kind of like soft touch rubber would have. The outsides are all metal. You can definitely feel that cold metal against your hand, which feels very pleasant. We do have a balanced output on the left-hand side here and the 3.5 over here on the right, which I've removed the plug. I haven't used this unit, by the way. Sometimes I'll keep things in the box when I'm not using them, you know. More about this in a second. Inside here, there's a little bit of accessory packet. Basically, you have a Sony cable here, which is your standard Sony 3.5 to 3.5. And here's the other little plug that goes in the 3.5 hole, okay, like right there. So just like that. So very easy to plug it up, keep it nice. Now the unit itself here, we'll put this back in. I like the fact it does include a cable, though I should mention, not all devices include cables these days, so it is a really nice touch they include a cable with the new device. New cables to new devices is always very welcome for me. Now, the player itself definitely has some weight to it, and I will do some comparison videos. It's going to be hard for me not to bring up the NWA306 in comparison because I've done so many videos with it and I use it all the time, but it definitely feels a little bit heavier than the NWA306. And again, you definitely get a feel of quality, both from the weight of it, the cold metal around the sides of it. I say cold because I'm in a cold AC room right now, and it picks up that temperature. And the back has this definitely leathery feel, which definitely feels different than what the NWA306 has, with a kind of a ribbed metal feel to it. But more about that in a future comparison video. I'll probably get some cases and things for this down the road, which might change the perspective because it'll be in a case and you won't get that same feeling of the back. But I really do like the feel of that back. It makes me want to keep it out of the case. It feels very good quality, and the whole weight of it feels really nice. Very fingerprinty. I just got fingerprints on it again after I wiped it down. Sony's do have a bit of a bad reputation when it comes to boot times. Like, they take a little bit longer to boot up. So let's go ahead and check this out. I do have some music on here already, okay? Not a ton, but some, okay? So that does count to the boot time because it does have to scan the music file real quickly, what's on there. So we're going to go ahead and hit the power button here, okay? And let me try and do this. I wish I could do this where you guys can see. We'll hit power button once I get a sign of life here. Hopefully the batteries are good. There we go. I'm going to hit start. Let's see how long it takes to actually boot up. I want to say I have probably, I don't know, maybe a dozen songs on here, something like that, maybe a little bit more actually. Just some test songs and some things I listen to on the go. Now, this is USB-C again, which is really nice because it does work with your other devices, so that's a plus for sure. And you can see right now, just for music lovers, boom, I'm going to stop it there. It takes about 19 seconds or under 20 seconds right now. There we go. Now we're to the normal Sony screen. So I would say that definitely is faster than the NWA306, and it definitely feels very perky to the touch as far as the aesthetic when you're actually scrolling through it. Now, this is an Android device, okay, so you do have the Google Play Store on here, and from there you can download your favorite apps like Tidal, you know, Spotify, Sirius Satellite Radio, whatever you listen to, Amazon Prime Audio, etc., etc. It's all there for you, Apple, iTunes, Music Store, blah, blah, blah. Now, you guys know that I'm a big believer in you having your own collection, okay, so, and those files are usually they can be even higher quality than streaming. Streaming is not necessarily the best option for quality, you know, although they have made some great strides with Tidal in different companies having like better, you know, lossless files, better quality, and then lossless even. But really, it's hard to beat having your own music collection as far as having it ready on the go and having the sound quality be very top notch, you know. Now the display itself, again, is just, it's the same Sony interface itself, so there really isn't a whole lot different to show here. You got some notifications. We'll go ahead and do my password here that you guys just seen, okay? And then from there, you have, your music files. If you hit the Sony Walkman logo here, it will go into the music collection for you. Now, this does deliver a really nice warm sound. I'd say, like, just from a sound aesthetic, sound feel of the situation, it's definitely warm sounding, and definitely sounds great for, all sorts of, pop, rock, jazz. I don't think you'd have any kind of music genre that you would not enjoy listening to on this device. It's a high resolution audio that really feels like it has a little extra refinement compared to like the NWA306, although the NWA306 sounds amazing, no doubt, but this definitely takes it up just another notch or so. I think the biggest, I hate to be so much comparing the two systems. They are two different things, but it is kind of the same UI, and Sony have done a really good job of trying to pull things from this unit onto the NWA306, but this is more powerful, make no mistake. So where some things might feel just a little bit laggy or not as fast on the NWA306 from Sony, they'll feel perky and like just better response time in this particular one. Just even the screen feels very nice, feels better quality, and the NWA306 is nothing to snark at or to sneeze at or whatever. It's a very good quality system, but this one feels just even better. Now, another takeaway from this is that with the bigger and better, it is a larger screen. So on this particular one here, you do have a 5-inch screen. So it's really designed for people who, need that extra screen size. You want to not be squinting at the EQ or whatever. It's great for a lot of things to actually be able to see a bigger display. And when it does display the cassette screensaver, which here we'll go ahead and show you that real quick. Here we'll play. And then when it goes to the screensaver, which everyone loves the screensaver on the NWA306, this is bigger, and this actually looks more like a real cassette size. On the NWA306, it's a little bit teenier. It's a little scrunched in. Still looks beautiful. Still looks fully functional. Still says the name of the band or the song, and the wheels turn, and even the tape on the inside wobbles just a little bit like a real cassette, But this is just a little bit closer to the actual size. In fact, I don't have a cassette to stick on here, but this looks like the size of an actual cassette if you had one in front of you, which is really nice. It runs on Android 12, the same as NWA306, but because this is a little more performance based, it does run a little bit faster, so the UI is just a little bit smoother as a whole. The internal storage is 64 gigs, but that is enough room to get you going. But of course, there is a micro SD storage here, so you can actually add extra audio files on your own external memory that you stick into it, which is really good. This one does feature LDAC, aptX, HD, AAC, and SBC, the same codecs as the NWA306, but again, just a little bit snappier, and it is USB-C too, which is really handy too, because you probably have other devices that already use USB-C, So it's a great little player. As far as the features, as far as the sound enhancements you can do on this, I'll show you real quick. Let me go ahead and re-log in here. It features a lot of the same ones that you'd see on the NWA306, but I think they're actually kind of just a little bit better in some ways because of the extra processing power. It can help you out just a little bit more. And you can see this is a Japanese version. So the one downside to getting the Japanese version is a lot of menus might just be in Japanese. So you have to kind of deal with that situation, Looking at the audio features, it's a lot of the same ones you'd expect from Sony, which are, of course, all very high quality. Dramatic normalizer, which I keep off. I don't want to have my MP3s suffer. I know some people do like all their music files sounding the same volume. That's great and all, but that can hurt the audio quality a little bit, in my humble opinion. So I leave that alone. The vinyl processing, I really do like that a lot. That one tends to make your actual music files sound a little bit like a record, which is really cool. DSD remastering, really cool stuff. And then equalizer. So, and there's more features kind of buried deep within as well. But just know it's fully featured. It sounds amazing, and I haven't even got into balance. I'll probably do a video later on the balance side of this. Right now, I've been listening to this with 3.5. You guys know I preferred wired headphones to go with devices for quality, but it does do Bluetooth, of course, and you can pair it with your favorite pair of noise canceling headphones, like I use the Sony flagship, both the earbuds and the wired headphones too. So really good stuff. Sounds amazing. I can't express that enough. Really great sounding. I dimmed the lights here just a little bit so you can really take in how beautiful this display is with that great cassette screensaver. This is YouTube's Mysterious Ways on a Sony Metal Master 46 cassette. So if you were into cassettes back in the day, it definitely kind of takes you back to that cool retro vibe of cassettes, you know. But there's really more under the hood. You know, this features the QC S4290 chip, okay, which is really good. That's a 4 ARM Core-X A73 cores running at 2.0 gigahertz for performance, and 4 times ARM Core-X A53 cores at 1.8 for power efficiency. So really good stuff. It balances smooth Android performance, you know, and power consumption. So it's always a balance between those two things, you know. The screensaver does go off, unfortunately. I think there's a way I can change that. Oops, wrong one. So that way it will not go off. But right now it's set for power saving, so it's going to want to go off if I don't touch it. So I guess I should keep touching it for purposes of this video here. Okay, so I dim lights here so you can kind of take in this beautiful looking screensaver. Of course, this is the Metal Master Sony 46 white cassette from back in the day. Super expensive, man. But if you did like cassettes back in the day, that'll take you back to those wonderful cassette vibes, you know. And of course, when you click it, it goes back into album art and everything you would expect. And it goes back to that. That will probably time out because the screensaver is on, you know, so it's under power consumption mode right now. So it will go. I haven't really had any battery problems with this, but I do try and save the battery when possible, you know. But really what makes this special, okay, the secret sauce to this particular player is that QSS 4290 chip, okay? That's a 4-arm Core-X, that's CORTX, A73 cores, okay, at 2.0 gigahertz, you know, so that really takes care of performance and tasks, and it does have 4 times ARM Core-X A53 cores at 1.8 for power efficiency, so it's always kind of a matter of balancing between performance and power, you know, so those are two things that kind of don't work hand in hand, you know. Performance always eats up that power, and you want it to last as long as you can, so you can kind of use your good judgment as far as if you're on a long trip or something, maybe turn the screensaver off or have it like auto dim, that kind of thing, like it just did right there, you know. So that's cool. Other features about this, I want to say that it does have some extra audio enhancements. The S Master HX digital amplifier, Sony's proprietary amp tech, helps minimize distortion and noise. And again, in the Japanese version, there's no World Health Order limiters or anything on it, but there is a internal limiter. If you want to go ahead and set that, you can. It's in the menu system, but I don't know why you would. You know, I think since the Sony NW-ZX707 came out, one of the biggest gripes is that you had to have it at like full volume to really rock out, you know, or whatever. And this is a thing where I would still listen to this one at max volume, but it definitely is louder than the NW-ZX707. I will have a comparison video down the road for you, but it is a little bit louder, and both are enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, I love the NW-ZX707, but this doesn't have that problem, that restriction, you know, so that's something to think about. This does have the OS of Android 13, okay, and it's 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage, you know. And this unit, actually, the NW-ZX707 has had some refinements since this particular NW-ZX707. So in some ways, the NW-ZX707 is a little bit newer in tech in some ways, but this is just a little bit more refined. This did have a refresh. I want to say it was in 2022, okay? So Sony's been going around with the same units for a while now, and I haven't heard anything from Sony about them updating any of their DAPs anytime soon. They're all like selling great, working great, and in fact the prices have actually went up a little bit. I want to say the NW-ZX707 was $350 and now it's like $399, you know. I will have links for both players in the description down below, so that's something to think about though. But all in all, you know, it's a great player. I mean, really great sound to it. I can't express how nice and warm it is. It's, you know, it has Snapdragon, just definitely a very, very good player to listen to. Feels very refined, and again, I'll have some more videos later. This is just meant to be like a high overview, a high step overview of the player and kind of an unboxing for you, but I'll do a deep dive comparison a little bit later in a future video. If you have any particular questions about the Sony NW-ZX707, let me know in the comments below. And you guys are the reason why I'm even doing this unboxing. I got this player a while ago and I didn't even do an unboxing. I've just been enjoying it. I get a lot of things I don't necessarily put in this channel unless, you know, people ask for it. And so this is something where I directly reacted to you all asking asking about the Sony, like, what about the NW-ZX707? It's a great player. Okay, I really do love it, and I use this a lot. I'd say this is almost more like a special occasion player. What I would feel bad like if I dropped this or something because of the price point, you know. So this is kind of a special occasion player. But you know, I think I'll get a case for this, and maybe I'll do a video of my case picks down the road. But it really does feel extremely high quality in your hand, both from the weight aesthetic and from the leather. It definitely is a different experience than holding the NWA 306, which is still a great player. Like, I hate to talk down to one of my favorite players, the NWA 306, but this does feel a little bit more refined, and it definitely feels like a little brick of gold or something in your hand. It feels heavy, guys. It really does. When you put this in your hand and feel the leather on your fingertips and the weight of this in your hand and the steel around the sides, you'll understand what I mean. One final thought too is I do appreciate Sony, if you're watching this, okay, I do appreciate the way if you're in the car and if you have this like this, and if you're hitting the buttons on top with the right hand, I love the way the screen is facing the driver in the US. Okay, I have had some people point out to me in other countries, people drive on the right hand side, and that's why maybe in some players it faces the other direction, but in the US that can be quite annoying. So I really do appreciate the fact that in the US I can have the screen facing me and I can hit these buttons, play forward, all these buttons here on the side. You can see it's all the usual buttons: power, volume, up, down, fast forward, pause, rewind, all that good stuff. And there's a lock button down here too. And on the bottom here we do have a spot, which a lot of them don't have this anymore. It has a little spot for a lanyard. I do like that touch too. And of course USB-C, and then just all the things here for the memory card, and that's pretty much all the holes, you know. And again, it does have a balance, like I mentioned, and a regular 3.5. So the fact this has a balanced and the NWA 306 does not, is another reason why this is a little step above. And I may do some videos on balanced headphones down the road. If that interests you, let me know, okay? But all right, guys, that's it for now. Sorry, so many comparisons. I hate to bring up other players in a video for a different player, but it's really hard for me not to talk about the NWA 306 when talking about this ZX707, because there's really a gray line between the two players, and there's definitely some distinctive features that make this something which is a more luxurious experience to purchase than the NWA 306. But I still love my NWA 306 too. So if you have that unit like it's a great little player. I love it. And this is just a different experience that costs like double, pretty much. All right, friends. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye. Click the link.